All right, guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the breakdown of GBPUSD. I know I've been MIA recently from educational content. I've just been, focusing on one or two things outside trading. And that's one of the reasons why I've really not done any content. But then let me just drop this so that you will use it to make proper decision in your trading. All right, so this is a higher time frame analysis of GBPUSD and what I am actually expecting. Okay, so I've done some notations already because I don't want to start from beginning and start annotating those stuffs, but I'm just going to be pointing them out for us to see. Okay, so basically this is a bigger time frame structure of GBPUSD. All right, we can see this eye right there. All right, we can see this high. You can see this high right here. All right, that created this low. Okay, we can see this impulse, this high that created this low. Taking out the previous external liquidity, which was here. All right, this was the previous external liquidity. This low here was the previous external liquidity. So price already took it out. And the retracement, this retracement, all right, was meant to happen. Definitely, price took out external liquidity. Price is meant to retrace back to areas around the premium, okay, after inducing internal liquidity and prepare to sell. All right, so price came to grab all the liquidity here, all the liquidity around this area. Price came to grab all the liquidity around this area. All right, and of course we had a control supply right here. All right, I had a control supply here where price decided to sell. Okay, which was very reasonable. This is the last control supply in this trading range, and price has induced all necessary liquidity, and of course price reacted from here and sold. So this was even meant to be a very long sell because the target was meant to be this external liquidity right here. And of course what price did, price came to take out this external liquidity, and after the grab of external liquidity, we definitely will have to experience a retracement and up to premium supply levels that can now continue the sell if we are going to continue the sell. Okay, so after price grabbed this liquidity, we have been in an uptrend since then. So this uptrend, right, this uptrend that we are in is just a retracement, possible retracement for continuation of sales. Okay, so, and of course that means this was a new impulse, a new trading range from here to this low right here. All right, so this is a new trading range, and of course will be very much interested in selling. If I want to sell long term, very much interested in selling from areas of interest above the 50% level of this impulsive move, which is going to denote my premium. All right, I always like to trade safe. So of course, if you take your Fibonacci from this swing high to this swing low, these are supplies that are above the 50% level. Let's just do that from this swing high to this swing low. All right, so this is my 50% level. Okay, now what are the control supplies above that 50% level? This is it. This supply, I marked it last year, and it helped me in trading even this retracement down here. But then let's look at the immediate weekly structure after price took out external liquidity. All right, so this is external liquidity right here. So after price took out external liquidity, what do we have? This is external liquidity. External liquidity. So after price took out external liquidity, all this retracement is expected. And I've set a time to start number that if you are expecting to sell at a supply, okay, of course, demand order flow will have to sustain the trend up to that supply. So the fact that you are in a downtrend on a bigger time frame doesn't mean you should now overly wait for your area of interest. You can follow the demand order flow or the supply order flow towards your area of interest, because what if your area of interest doesn't hold? So after the grab of this external liquidity price, the bulls came into the play, and we can see where we had a major break of structure here, right? We had a major break of structure here. Okay, this was like the last major significant high before price took out the standard liquidity. Immediately price came to break it, right? We were in for more buys. So I highlighted this control supply here as the first major area where we might witness a major pullback, right? Or maybe the start of the sell that we now go and take out this new external liquidity. Okay. So of course, you have to be reactive to the market, right? Even if you have some zones that you have marked, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't trade with your senses. You just have to react to the market, all right? So I was expecting a major sell from here, or price could use it as retracement. Okay, so we sold GU for several weeks from this supply, several weeks. It was in a downtrend. So looking at this immediate supply, immediate control demand as well, okay, that was sustaining this trend. You can see price took out liquidity, all right? This is the base, price took out liquidity, created an inducement before the base and traded higher. So when price came here, this was a very perfect area of interest to have looked for entry, and we did trade from this area, okay? So after that, after price picked an entry from this area, of course, going to lower time frame, there was an entry here. I just don't want to go down to lower time frame. I'm just trying to show us the bigger picture so we'll know where to trade from. So after price did that, price left this zone. So this was my next control demand. Even though we are not taking this high, but ideally, this high should actually be taken for this uptrend to be obeyed, right? You can see price is in an uptrend, high, low. So ideally, we are meant to come and grab this high, and that is why I'm looking at this next supply right here for a major sell, okay? And of course, this could actually be that price came to test this zone, okay, traded down, and we are now going for a retest of this zone. So whichever way, this zone is actually a decision point. If price breaks above it, that simply means that we'll actually look for more buys towards that area, towards this area. But if price doesn't, we might be in for a longer sell, for a long sell, or at least to the last control demand. So look at the last control demand here. Price traded higher. What happened? We came back. Price engineer liquidity. These are liquidity areas. Okay. These are liquidity areas. Price engineer liquidity around these areas. Okay. And what happened? Price came to induce those liquidity, tapped into this control supply and moved upward. Okay. So after price did that, on my weekly time frame, all right, this is my last control supply. Control demand rather, that I'm expecting price to probably get to on the weekly for us to continue the buys. But at the same time, we'll just have to hold that zone right there and wait for price to come back. But then let's look at the current price action and see what will happen. So for a longer buy, this is it. I said next control demand for buy continuation. So for a longer buy, I would expect price to come back here in the future for possible buys. But then let's look at the current price action. So just before this high, right? Just before this high, we can see that there is an inducement here, right? To validate that base. So in as much as I said that on the higher time frame, in this immediate retracement structure, we are meant to come and take out this high. But at the same time, this high reacted to a base, and this could just be a retest of that base for us to now actually trade to the downside. But the truth of the matter is, if we look at the momentum of price, this weekly momentum candle of price approaching this zone, this momentum is actually so strong that if I don't see significant range structures or distribution on like the 4-hour or a more lower time frame, I might not be interested in selling at this high. But price is definitely going to get to that high, so it's just for us to catch the move to that area. Okay. So let's look at the immediate price action. So this is the weekly. We can see this last 2 weeks and last week candle closed very, very, very bullish. Okay, and we might just continue higher from there like that. Okay, So my aim is to actually come and induce this high and of course tap into an area of interest here. Let's go to a daily time frame and see if we have more candle data. Okay, so this is the high that I'm actually targeting, right? For price to induce, and of course the valid base above that price level is this area. So if at all we want to have a major sell, price will at least come to test this area. All right. Price will at least come to test this area. So that is what I'm actually looking out for. So let's go to like our 1 hour and see if we have an opportunity that we could actually trade. All right. So this is price for this morning. We can see we have actually been very, very bullish. We've been very, very bullish. Okay, so I'm just trying to check out price action for this morning to see what's going on. All right. So from what we can see, after the range structures around this area, what happened? Price came to grab liquidity, and of course there was a valid base right here. Let me go down to my 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Okay, on my 10 minutes, it appears much clearer on my 10 minutes time frame here. All right. So this is the start of a new day. This was all what happened yesterday. We had the Asian session price created a high, all right, and during New York price induced London high, and we had a sell to the downside, all right. So this was my last control demand right here, and of course we have an inducement right before this area. So one other thing that is making here okay for me to want to trade is look at the Asian range of this new day, right? Look at the Asian range of this new day. So when price opened this morning, we had price come to grab the Asian liquidity and also induce this liquidity right here to tap into this base, right? And of course, we have come to take out Asian high. So price has taken Asian low, all right, and has broken structure. Asian high has given us a bullish momentum. So any major retracement to the 50% of this impulsive move, I want to start taking my buys. Okay, and of course my first target is going to be this high right here. My first target is going to be this high. All right, and of course my next target is going to be of course the decision point on the weekly that I actually marked. Okay, so this is the setup that I have for this morning, or for this new day, or for USD, sorry, for GBPUSD. This is the setup that I have for GBPUSD, and I want to actually trade. Okay, so I believe that once price trades below this liquidity point here, I can start taking my buys. And of course, my stop loss was just below the body of this candle, this order block right here, just 13 pips stop loss, and we'll see how price goes. Okay, so ensure you take note of all the analysis that I've given, and it will help you make decision right at proper decision points so that you won't actually trade amiss. So for now, I'm looking at buys for GBPUSD, except significant structures are broken to the downside, and I probably want to continue selling down. But for now, we are still quite bullish on it. So guys, this is a quick update of the projection of GU buy. We can see from the zone that I said that price was going to induce external liquidity and gave the markup. Price actually did come to activate our buys, right? And of course, was able to trade up a little before the sell. Okay, you can see my entry right there on the screen, and I was able to take some profit for London, and I closed it just before the high impact news that was released, just in case price reverses. But I was still confident of the buys, so I took out my profits. Like I said, you can see my entry right there on the screen. And it was closed just before the news release. And when the news was released, price actually dumped, of which I am still confident that buyers were still going to be around this area. All right, price was still going to be around this area because of this sweep and impulsive move of this candle to the upside. I was still confident that any reaction from buyers that I see from here, I want to just buy at retracement. Any reaction of buyers I see from this demand here, I just want to buy at the retracement. So when price started falling yesterday, I was just waiting for some reactive buys, okay? And when price moved upward, right, I was ready to just buy at anywhere from the 50% retracement of this little zone that I have here, so that I don't miss out of it wasn't like I had a specific order block or a specific zone. Anything from the 50%, you can see where the 50% is. Okay, this is the 50% of this move, and this is my 5 minutes time frame. Okay, I was ready to take the shot. You don't have to be precise, but accuracy is key. Okay, you don't have to be precise, but just try to be accurate. All right. So I was able to take the trade from this area right here, and you can see my entry right there on the screen, and price is currently still buying. So price has induced that that liquidity high that I spoke about, that I saw on the daily, which was going to be my first target, if you guys remember. Okay, remember I showed you a liquidity on the daily, I think. Was it on the daily? Yeah, this liquidity here, okay, price has actually induced it, all right? And I told you that this is the next decision point that I'm looking forward to price selling. So that simply means that price will have to get there, okay? And of course, I told you that this sell, right, I won't be interested in this sell if I don't see this, if I don't see significant distribution on like a 4-hour or on a 1-hour, because if not, with respect to the demand order flow we have been following for this bigger trend, we are meant to come and take out this high. But then for us to take out this high, we have to decide it here, right? So that's where I'm just trying to trade to, okay? And I told you about the bullishness of the weekly candle. That was why I was interested in this next buys, and he's already going very, very well, right? It's really going very, very well. And I love the momentum that I'm actually seeing, and price should actually get to target. All right. So that's my entry right there on the screen. Okay. So just watch this video. It's not even meant for only now, right? It's meant for the next 1 month, next 2 months, next 3 months, next 4 months, next 1 year, and so on and so forth. So just take note of those significant levels, and know how to get in your trade when price gets to those levels. Just know your intraday games, right? So that you can actually trade accurately. Thank you very much for watching this video. If this is your first time here, ensure to subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you can always get video first and when I release them. And of course, trade responsibly. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye-bye.